I know John Elliott loves the historical facets of New York City and historical cars as well. Hi, John.
See, I knew as soon as you saw that I was sitting in a 1923 Model T, you would say, there's a cat who knows fine Fords and history. Yeah, this is another family feature here at Patterson Greenhouses. This was Dad's, and this is a beautiful car. A lot of other antique cars. We will maybe take a trip and show you some of those coming up in our 8 o'clock hour. But right now, let's get you in your convertible. They didn't have heated seats in 1923, by the way. If you do, they'll probably be on. We've got some cool numbers for you. In fact, numbers around the area in the 30s. Yeah, we have been in the 30s for a good part of the morning here, and a lot of reporting stations, with a few exceptions in the 30s right now. Want to expand the view and show you, yeah, we're not alone. Through the lakes and even into the Ohio Valley, it is quite chilly. In fact, the day-to-day change is rather pronounced as well. So we are going to see a nicer recovery, though, later today. Brighter skies. Numbers are going to be nicer. Bright skies. Really, for the next few days, there is one little wrinkle with a couple of sprinkles possible far north on Monday. And then otherwise, it stays relatively quiet through Thursday. Thursday really is our next significant chance for the rain that we need. Want to give you the latest on Julia. Again, we're not done with hurricane season. We're well past peak, but still, October can be busy. The big storm we're watching right now, and by comparison, it's small, but still devastating to Central America, Julia, winds right now at about 85 miles an hour. So it's a significant Cat 1. It will decrease in intensity, as they are prone to do over land, but still very well organized storm, so they're going to be watching that through parts of Central America. For us today, we are looking at nice conditions with a little bit more sun. So that means for the Jets, it's going to be great weather for the Jets. So you're going to see nice conditions. For the Mets, though, the Mets, that's going to be interesting, because the Mets, it's at night. So if you're going to that game, make sure you take your team spirit, but also layers, just 58. And then over the next few days, we're looking at some really interesting, nice warmer weather over the next few days, but you want to make sure that you are ready for anything you're doing today, because it is going to be chilly. Hey, there's so much to explore here at Patterson Greenhouses. Again, this is where the family does a lot of work and keeps the cars, but this area, this is just brilliant. This is the barn. This is the family barn, and so they have this great indoor space here. Today they're going to be setting up for all kinds of crafters, but just this past weekend, 2 weddings. And again, this is great. This is it's a very smart use of time and space, but it also speaks to what family farms are going through. They have to diversify to stay viable and profitable, but that is one of the many features here of the Patterson greenhouses. Also, yesterday, it was a great day to enjoy. Today's going to be an even nicer day, but I was doing a little leaf peeping, so I wanted to show you some fine fall colors. So I also wanted to point out, too, that there are some tricks. If you used portrait mode on your phone and you can isolate one leaf, then you can make that one leaf pop. You can either do all like monochromatic, all color, or if you can get some alternating color. But again, portrait mode will soften the background, and then you really get a sense of the color. Now this tree, of course, how convenient, was right in front of the Roseland Public Library. I've got a big event coming up on October 22nd. It's the Mayor's Ball there at Hanover Manor. So yeah, it's not cheap, but it's a great way to support not only the library, but the first aid squad there in Roseland. Always happy to do these community events. But remember, if, as we head right back to the color, if you're shooting color, you want to make sure that you're telling a story with the fall color. Fall colors are not going to be as significant or really as strong this year. So anytime you see just a brilliant tree, get the iPhone out, but be smart and try to frame the picture or use a different lens setting. Again, this is going to drive Vince crazy. Watch your step here, because we're going to migrate out of the barn. This is where the cars are going to set up. We're going to have fun with the cars coming up in our 8 o'clock hour. Crafters are here, and that lot there will be be filled with hundreds of cars at this big fall family fun day or family fun fall day or anything that starts with an F that's close to Freehold here in Howell. They're going to have fun with here at Patterson Greenhouses. So there you go, Andrea. We did it, and Vince didn't trip. Back to you.
And you picked up a few photography tips from him along the way over the last few years. Thank you, John. And Vince, good job.